One love, Delta 9 travelers. I in and I ain't even put on the audience. One love. Um, like I was saying, I didn't even check the audio, and then I go to see if any frequent travelers drop the nines for me. I do my audio check. My apologies for a couple of seconds there. I don't know how long we were muted, but guess what? We are here with some updates right now. There's a lot going on the ground. I'm going to add it to stage right away so persons can see. There's a lot going on right now on the ground that we're going to go straight to. I just wanted to give you some insights as to what's going on right here, live right now on the ground. We got a number of persons out protesting. Why? Because of the young man that was unalived, right? We're hearing a number of updates coming in. There's a number of developing stories. And right now, this is one that you can see persons are out and about on the road. The leader of the opposition is out. A number of members of the opposition is out as well. And we're going to go straight to those headlines. It is very, very important, Delta 9 travelers. Very important that one, if you're not subscribed, you subscribe. And two, that you thumbs up this live so that it will reach the widest possible audience. Why? Because it's important that persons all over the world are able to see what's going on the ground in Guyana. It's very important because it helps to keep persons accountable, right? Because this is something that has been going on repeatedly, and there's a number of headlines and connecting updates that we will be presenting on this live. So make sure that you subscribe and stay connected. We're going to go straight to the ground right now with the leader of the opposition and a number of persons on the ground right now, live, out and about, dealing with the situation. There's a whole lot going on live right now on the ground. Persons are protesting. Big up yourself to all the persons calling in. My apologies. Give me a call back. We might have missed your call. Just being busy with a couple of things behind the scenes. Big up to all the travelers that are a part of the chat right now. If you haven't already, thumbs up the live, thumbs up this live, and send this one out. Send this one out into the algorithm so persons all over the globe will get a chance to understand what are the developments, what are the new updates in this situation right here, right now. Big up to all the travelers. Thanks for being a part of this live right now. Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Delta9 Media, good afternoon. This is Ruben Austin calling.
Ruben, what's going on, buddy?
Nothing much. Hey, I just want to ask a question. The video that you show, you not hear nobody talking, so is that how the video met?
No, the audio came off. I'm putting back on the audio now, right? But the audio was on and off during the protests. But if I'm gonna do an audio check and make sure that the audio is coming through clearly for other persons as well. But the audio wasn't on.
Because me hear you clearly, but when this video play, me I don't know what happened there.
Oh, well, I'm gonna check that, make sure. Let me get the audio check, Delta9 travelers. What we want to know is if the audio is coming through clearly on the video. I'm about to turn on the audio, so after I speak is the part that we're going to be judging. There's a live protest going on right now on the ground with the leader of the opposition. Audio going on from now. We are back on the live.
They told me I have the wire all of the boy. That's the witness. That's because he was in the when they sent the police for patrol. He was there with a long giant. And they tell him to pay and out it or throw it away. And he said, that's the man. He tell me he's the boy. That's the shepherd. No, he said Sheldon had it. I went to stop, you know. And and they decide to lock you up.
How far the mother live from here? How far the mother live?
I'm looking at the next week. Yeah.
They keep it awake, by any chance?
Well, I keep it the last night wait, if the mother.
If you want to reach your mother, we have to go on the other side.
Yeah.
I know what we did with them. We have to see the mother. We have to give our sympathy because he's here.
Of course.
And he left all the way. He was doing something. But he cared. And he listened to the cries of your people last night at the light. He left all the way from Down just to come and listen to your culture. And I can assure you, he will address it at the first.
They need justice, so justice, gotta get back.
And he will call for an investigation. He will call for an independent investigation. And he will call tonight that the police officer who is involved with everybody calling his name. They have to be allowed investigation to do an independent investigation. And the body camera, what was in the vehicle that we need to know why they pull out the body camera. Of course, they were not traffic police, and then they'll all take
He's not the traffic police.
the traffic police.
And he's so mad. Yes, drinking and stand out. Drinking and he did take the bike before, He did get the bike from his grandson before. My grandson had to pay $30,000 to give me back the bike.
The same officer?
Yes. And $30,000. Now we see the bike, now we think the bike and think he gonna get another 30. And he hit them from the back. People see I Civic will see. Let's see.
So the same officer, this is a...
That is the same, that what I made.
There's an ongoing thing, you always harass anybody.
Yes, harassing. Yes. We telling the police, but I didn't find them work. She said, I never go to the police. Not only the same police from the police was killed.
According to a gentleman last week, he was also running mechanic at the workshop.
Yes,
So he was trying to get the society.
he always doing something. He don't like to stay home. Everybody. Now the time to say he get pregnant and expire afterwards. The man in the car, you won't get it back. If he in the bike tire, you won't get it back. The bike said the same bike with the guy in the lap. He see from the back.
Because you don't even smoke, you don't even
Understand it.
Everybody claiming outside because they're not drink and smoke. Why everybody they make false cases that because they're not drink and smoke? Why the police and their press because they're not serve me and tell us I'm not why the police are like this? Everybody got their drugs and everybody got their drugs and people. Everybody got their drugs and their people can't talk nothing. Their people can't talk nothing for their rights.
That's why
People have their drugs and I'm sorry, this justice.
That's according to residents. Nobody can. So how we can call for that body cam? You have to make a statement and calling them hard. Body cam. And the police officer must go and
because they need that. Because they don't do no what in that. Why the police have to press them because that? Why have to press them because that? Why have to press them because that? Because they don't do no what in that. me got to say, me and tell you something, boss. Come on.
As a man, you don't have to half away. I think it was regular class.
When he spoke up in Mali, they said this group of them young boys.
Y'all know the police.
No.
Wow. You know the police?
I don't know you, but the boys don't know you.
Y'all get your best. Because when you're supposed to the police that is known to the public, the community, for bad practices, misconduct, to the grandmother is here and she's calling for justice. Independent investigation. Justice, Granny. And she also wants us to be on a close arrest during investigation. Because we got word that the officer and the other two officers that were in the van, they're home. I heard someone say that the eyewitness that was at the station said that all three of the officers are home.
Somebody told me this morning that a lot of them put stuff there and it was in a white
you killing somebody here, they will.
The woman that
Somebody here, they will.
Yeah, the question. And then earlier it was the tank and the carry in the social. But then when the girl came, she started knocking down the social. Once I got here, and then me come with them by come and see that indeed he was with them here.
So they're saying to the public that if somebody commit the same act, they'll be loose.
Yeah.
Or the law is just for certain persons. That's basically it.
The grandson don't see it. Don't trouble nobody.
So, Granny, tell us, I was concerned that the police jumped into a boat at home today. What did they say about this?
Well, let's say that they don't go in here and they're going to let us know any further but they didn't say anything. I didn't answer them because I know there's no justice, but I have to get justice to do that.
We have to demand justice.
Yes, he deserves it. The kill is too brutal.
We can't allow this to get out here in a young case.
Then when they kill my grandson, right away, remember Adriana Young. No justice. You tell me this is reality we live in?
Real country. Community losing trust in the police force.
You even frightened to tell the truth. Yes. People frightened to come out and say the truth.
Why you talk?
The locking up and the telling you get weed and you get this and you get that.
Why black people can't talk to the
Of course.
Why black people can't talk to the
But we started first and because we came early this afternoon and when people tried to assemble in front there,
they started telling them that they can't protest and they got to move.
They can't tell
And
you
they can't
you
read that.
I was at home when the girl come and said they put them up to 7 o'clock to move on between the
have a peaceful protest. You to write to have a peaceful protest.
I don't know,
Yes, the opposite step is really have a peaceful protest. When I talk to the children, they don't have a meeting or a gathering.
I think that reading every month for them those are the ones killing they need to check them every month and give you see how they dip migrants. When the Haiti, they have people trying to spend the nappy, the left and the go away and come along and let you on the ground like you be murder again. Levy on the drum how much hours and then they come and they pick you up. So when they pick you up, they shy like a dog with dead on the road and people never get right. Why you fool? If you don't have rights in this country.
On the close arrest so that they can have their sense of investigation and some form of accountability can have.
Yeah, they let people kill somebody else child. The police, the same them is a lie. If you is a lie, why you can't do your work? Why police stop you know?
In this case, so there's a first person die here, so over years. There's a first person die here.
I
Right?
wonder if a breathalyzer test was done on me.
Nothing like that.
Since we're hearing now that because I know when there's an accident, the first thing they do the driver is to breathalyzer test. So I wonder if one was done on the officer.
We can communicate with you and the mother. I have the number for the grandmother, so we can communicate with you. Yeah, I know. Yes, I spoke to her earlier. She lives at the back here, so we can communicate with her and the mother. So the mother, so we'll communicate. I call it the number.
Yeah, she's coming. She's
Yeah, but that's what we, we extend our sympathy to you last night. We are here with one of your cousins. So definitely we are gonna, be with you and stand with you. We feel your pain. It's emotion.
This one hit me hard. This one died. This one died. I'm telling you, people did not right to consume it. There is a God.
Enough is enough.
There is a God.
Yes.
Forgive me your
We feel your pain. As a grandmother, the child was trying to do his best.
Watch your man. Watch your man will pray for your old man there. You see thereafter. God don't like to kill bad people.
Right now.
She's excited to see you back. She's excited to see you. Happy now.
It's not easy. You see how they're very quiet thing? I'm fed up see things like this. And this won't change. Because we got a broken system. Your son, your grandson is just collateral damaging process.
That's the best of my I like what you mean.
It's my grandchildren that are Friday night. Police they hit them and they start having 5 times with them. They have police guard in there. And they stay on at 56 with them. And they have police guard. They might have to bother for the hospital and tell them, I don't want nobody guard here because these children is not bad children. They're just right safe. They went on a basketball game when they was coming back. That is what they did. One is in the hospital, he had break bad, and you're hearing nothing. They come they just before yesterday to take statement from Nathaniel. But then he said his statement is not adding up properly because it's different from the other 2 boys.
You know what there is a more
Remember them, we are here. Tell them to go so. We are here with them. You study there.
Really cruel to me, grandson.
When them done, them whole
Killing. Died by killing. That is murder. Murder.
and one them done, God Christ is right supermarket,
I don't get justice. I wonder when they do this thing, how they sleep at night. How these people could sleep. How these people could do these things and they got children growing up. Young children that got growing up. And killing people's children. You know how much punishment I got with my grandchildren? At one time, 7 of them might be looking without murder. Yeah? He was.
Sentiments to the family Delta9 travelers. Big up to all the persons right now in the chat. Listen, it's a live presentation, so if you don't hear any audio coming from the video that's being played right now, it's not a problem. It's because I'm speaking, I muted the audio just shortly. Big up to all the persons in the chat right now. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, ladies and gentlemen, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button and help to boost this video in the algorithm so persons all over the world will be able to see and understand what's going on the ground with these developing updates to this headline. Very important headlines and trending as well. Big up to Hysen, our loyal panel member and supporter, live with us in this presentation. It's a Friday evening and you're here with Delta9 Media. Thanks for tuning in and big up yourself, whichever part of the globe you're tuned in from right now. Let's get right back to the ground before we hear some more details from persons coming in on this very headline.
Use not the law.
People got paid you to get back here. But
there is a God. Let you remember that you're in.
that's how it is. And yeah, when the government comes around, so that
God got you there today for me. But tomorrow for you. Today's going to be better.
if the carry right now, they give me a
You live no life. I'm still a child. It's 60 years of age.
Just want justice for this bill by our boy.
I just want this for
The situation must stop. We don't want no politics back.
We have to stand the case for the
You know, we beg because the man write the exam and he even see we results come out. He didn't even see we care. Which money back? And
They need to do something about this and then
Mr. He write the text, he needs to
and then when they're done covering up,
the police so weak.
At least when they start I'm being punished because he's up with it because it's over and over and it's losing trust in the public.
Exactly. And all the companies we work with what about
So the officers supposed to be there to protect her, but instead they're
we
harming
was right there when all of them come.
I don't
When all of them come, right,
It's disturbing too much. You gotta come on the street to protect for justice from somebody who's supposed to be protecting you.
if you got a problem and you got a station, and I the poor woman and you got money, you buy out the police. They lock me up and lose to the money pass. I don't care them talk and them kill my grandchild. And I think justice.
You know what I said this morning?
They bribe.
You know what I said this morning? When people feel the same thing, how much fucking people have Mohammed kill and them show it.
Now they got show.
Let me don't talk it, so before they put my bum.
God, God, just
because I'm Anytime anybody have no moment, anytime anybody have no moment, it's fight. It's fight. Because I hold on your fucking two seat, make the fly be fucking there. Just a stupid. I fight in your back.
it's like so good because
Unity or more of the same, right? Unity or else, guess what? Is more of the same, Delta9 travelers. I hope that persons are realizing what's going on, because when this went down, right? And Randall mother was highlighting all the details that were related to the situation. Up to now, even though there was an investigation and all kind of thing, nothing can come out of it. Kian mother, Ronaldo family members and loved ones, condolences to all of them. But listen, it's a while now and over again. What's the next thing, man? It's a similar situation like this. The brother in pink at the top of the screen, rising power to him. A similar situation with him. And we're going to highlight all of them details and other things right here in this live. So make sure you thumbs up the live, share the live, and subscribe.
Police squatting on the job. He should do the honorable thing and leave the job. Right? Because he's over age.
You've been drinking to be somebody for me. I want no broken.
Right? Commissioner of Police Hickins should resign.
You've been drinking to be somebody for me. I want no broken.
Right? He's stifling other ranks. We have so many issues. We got this commander for Region 6. They're passing all his contraband goods, all the chicken, all the beer. I get so much reports. They're going to collect 10 AK, right? And they collect the rest. I heard same thing with the other officers when they find 10 AK-47. It was more than that.
Yeah, it was more than that, yeah.
So now they transfer one of the officers. So many drugs passing right on this quarantine. But yet they're harassing innocent civilians. Innocent.
What type of fucking envy?
Yeah. Young 16-year-old.
And we're under the
Young 16-year-old. And this accident happened on the main road, in the community, in the street.
If it didn't happen on the main road, they would have tried to put that up.
That's right.
God knows why it happened here. So you could
now they know the youth, man. They know the little boy. They gotta go home by the bike. They gotta go home to the grandma.
The police still live far away from the bike, couple of houses away. The police too hit them, but the name they call that live far from the
same green?
One scheme away from
one scheme away. Right here. One scheme away.
He live in not too far from 6 miles.
I live in
No, I'm sure where the officer live.
Yeah, because I'm going to live too far.
Like this not far, it's not a Josh. Don't you could have just moved in the
They
morning.
know him. I heard the same officer. I heard the same officer stop him before until the court stopped him.
Yes, and before that, you said if we fight like this.
You see, we can find justice in this country where criminals make the rules. The criminals. They are the real criminals.
Yes, my right.
Look, the other day, they had a special branch officer named David Love. He got remanded last week. He got remanded to jail because he shot the man. Slashed him on his yeah. Too much police brutality. Too much. Too much.
Nothing is that right up way with the people, and it never be on the media for work.
Oh, I heard the commander driver, somebody that named Passad. Right, the commander driver the other day take his gun and lash up an amputee in his head.
Yes.
Right? Yes. The commander driver, same Bacchus driver, lash a man at a wedding house here there with his gun. The same commander, Bacchus for this region. Right? Lash an amputee in his head. A man that got 1 foot at a wedding house. And nothing will come out of these things. The same commander, Bacchus. Huh?
You don't have no strength. No, you can run down yourself here in the streets.
In the community.
Okay then. You supposed to, oh God, man, if you know my thing, and nobody has traffic inside the ship.
And then got a man lying there for over an hour.
34 minutes.
I hope he gets charged for manslaughter.
Yeah, that was supposed to get charged.
Right? But then there's the other problem. The government, they got 3 arms. The executive, the judiciary, and the legislative. Now with this government, they controlling everything. Nothing is working independent. As I mentioned, the same David Lal that got remanded last week that shoot a man and cost him his foot. Yes, leave the man, right, with a permanent disability. You know the man got bail a couple days ago. He gone in jail last week and 5 days after got bail. 5 days after, you hear how much is the bail? $200,000. Man leave it 1 foot. $200,000.
Who was to put the market? All of this have to be stopped.
4 days after, apply to the High Court because they set everything. Who they want put here with judge. You understand? People seeing everything. This is how the system running in this country. 3 arms of government, but they want control all the others.
Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live. Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live. Hello? Call you live. You there? Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Yeah, Delta. So the whole police system in Guyana got to change because Hikins not doing anything because the whole such a long Hikins in power.
Yeah. There's a whole lot that needs to be addressed.
This story goes underground.
It's crazy, right?
All right.
Big up yourself, Rugwana. Thanks for calling in. Listen, there's so much going on with this situation right here. So many things that needs to really be analyzed with this. Because, look, it's a while now we highlighting these matters, you know. A while now we highlighting these matters. And over again, we're hearing similar conversations. Persons are out on the road right now protesting in Guyana. They're bringing forward a number of issues, similar issues, but this most recent issue is the issue right now that is on the front burner. And guess what? Persons are asking the question because it seems like if people don't have no respect for the Attorney General, the persons that are a part of law enforcement, they get respect for the Attorney General. The Attorney General came on his press conference that he would do, issues in the news, and highlighted a number of things that persons are definitely not supposed to be incarcerated for, them nor their property, things that people are supposed to be writing tickets for, right? Now, we're going to hear from the Attorney General because these were some of the things that he was highlighting, right?
A policeman believes that these offenses have been committed, the policeman ought to write a ticket. And no one should be detained in relation thereto. Driving an uncertified motor vehicle, ticketed offense. Driving motor vehicle without a driver's license. Failing to produce a driver's license. Refusing to give present address.
We're going to hear some of them headlines coming in from the Attorney General right now. So persons could understand just how much of a travesty this is, just how disrespectful it is, how it's looking in the public, AG, because it seems like them squatting got no respect for authority. And how could something like this be tolerated, right? It seems like they don't got no care about what persons in authority are saying because clearly the Attorney General highlighted a number of things, you know? And let's hear directly from the Attorney General right now so we could understand what really taking place. It seems like the authority ain't got no authority over these banners because look what they're going on with. right? Big up yourself to all the travelers that are live with us right now. Who is live in the chat with us? Ashmini, thanks for tuning in and being a part of the live. Ashmini is saying good night to Miss Brooms. Big up yourself, Ashmini, and big up Miss Brooms and the whole ALP. We're calling on the Indo community for your support in this situation. We can't afford our young people to die by the hands of the police. Our Indo community suffers too. Real thing. And you see, the thing is this, they have to be a unified front on things like this every time it happens. Because when persons are brazen enough to do it to one ethnicity, they're going to think that they can do it to all ethnicities. It's just logical. Persons who do these kind of foolishness, it's only a matter of time before they do it to other people. This is just how they stay. You know, and this is why they shouldn't be a part of law enforcement, and things should be put in place to make sure that when things like this happen, that they're dealt with and dealt with condignly. And that's what the AG was highlighting. And we're going to hear some more from the AG right now before we hear from a number of other persons, because Honorable Mr. Mai Paul was highlighting a number of points on this issue as well that we're going to update you with. Honorable Mr. Duncan, a number of persons are talking about it, and there's a lot of developing updates. Let's hear these initial headlines coming in from the Attorney General so we understand what's the foundation in the law and just how terrible this situation right here is.
The law that provides for the issuance of tickets for traffic offenses rather than locking people up, detaining persons, or detaining their vehicles. Many years ago, we amended our laws and we created a number of what is called ticketed offenses. And the whole purpose of creating those ticketed offenses was to permit the police to issue tickets to persons where, if the police believes that that person has committed an offense, and not to take away the person's driver's license and then or their insurance or other important documents and direct them to go to the police station and wait for hours, or detain their vehicles, or detain them in any form or fashion.
Or
it is
run
to
them
write
over.
that person a ticket, and if the person believes,
Okay,
if the person wants to plead guilty, the person can do that and pay the ticket, or to attend court and contest the ticket. And I have a list here of ticketed offenses. I can't read all. There are about 37 offenses that carry that are ticketed offenses, meaning that if a policeman believes that these offenses have been committed, the policeman ought to write a ticket, and no one should be detained in relation thereto. Driving an uncertified motor vehicle, ticketed offense. Driving motor vehicle without a driver's license. Failing to produce a driver's license.
Y'all hearing? Ticketed offense. So what were they pursuing this youth for, right? It didn't cause for all of that. It's a ticketed offense. It seems like if they were trying to get a pay, they wasn't thinking about the actual standard operating procedure. They was looking for take a little fine step. Because what really going on is we hear from the Attorney General again.
Driving an uncertified motor vehicle, ticketed offense. Driving motor vehicle without a driver's license. Failing to produce a driver's license. Refusing to give present address. Breaching conditions of provisional license. Exceeding speed limits. Permitting more than one trailer to be drawn. Failing to stop when required by a police in uniform. Failing to equip vehicles with seat belts. Failing to wear the seat belt. Leaving the vehicle in a dangerous position. Driving a motorcycle without safety helmet. And I can go on. I don't want to read the entire gamut of it. I have asked my personal assistant to send this list of offenses out to the press. And it has the fines or the tickets, fines next to it in a column. And it has a section under the Road Traffic Act or Road Traffic Regulation that creates this offense, these offenses. So my personal assistant will send this out to the press when the program concludes.
Delta9 travelers, one love to everyone that's in the live right now. I want to know if I'm coming through or I'm coming through clearly. I'm getting a little bit of turbulence on this side, my camera freezing up, and a number of things. I just want to make sure I'm coming through clearly because I shouldn't be freezing up. We're on one of the best computers that we could be on for this type of broadcast, and I'm very close to Wi-Fi and everything else. I just want to make sure that I'm coming through and I'm audible. So if I am coming through and you can hear me and see me clearly, drop a 9 in the comment section for me. Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Yeah, Delta9 Media, this Roger now think, yeah, you're coming through clearly on my end. You're coming through clearly.
All right, good, thanks.
All right.
Big up yourself, Rooks. Thanks for that heads up. As long as I know that I'm coming through and I'm coming through clearly, everything can be heard clearly. So we heard from the Attorney General, right? Stanley, big up yourself. I see the 9s them. So we heard from the Attorney General on this matter. We get a chance to hear from persons on the ground right now because the protest is live. Persons in taking this situation like this because guess what? It's been a while now, and it just seems like if these things just continue to happen over and over again. The numbers on the screen right now, Delta9 travelers, for those who would like to call in, the hotline number is on the screen. So you can call in and you can share your views live with us. Plus, take part in the poll that's up on the channel right now. Do you think that the police, persons in law enforcement right now, do you think, given their present mannerism of how they're dealing with things, right? Do you think they really respect the Attorney General and persons in authority? Because look at what's going on. Drop it into the drop your views into the poll that's up on the channel right now. Drop your vote and let me analyze this thing in a real way. Stanley is saying it's getting too steady. The police is overdoing it. They're more than overdoing it, Stanley. They're more than overdoing it. There's a little youth man. Why? At 16, in some parts of the world, persons just drive cars, right? Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Hey, good night, Delta.
What's going on?
Hello? Yeah, man. Good night to you and all these players.
Yeah. Big up.
Delta,
Mm-hmm.
I want to repeat something on another program, right?
Yeah.
This thing is it's getting it's
Out of control.
right? It started by killing the men, the parents, the fathers. Then it started killing the wives and sisters. Not the children. They're killing the children. So how much is enough? When people really start getting fed up and start doing something about something. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's happening too often and nothing being done about it. And too much of community, you notice that every community got to be mourning the dead by themselves.
Yes.
Because when it happens on this one side, that side come not to support. When it happens on the other side, this one side come not support, like you support me. And you understand me?
And that's
and
the point. That's the point I was making. They're getting brazen, buddy. This thing, listen.
Yeah.
When they're covering these stories, right? Realize that you're getting all of these different details. So you start to realize, but wait, this song is similar to something that just happened recently, you know? When the guy's mother was complaining that they had something to do with her son being dead and she was not believing nothing that they were saying to her. And I'm going to play that video and you're going to start to see the threads and the similarities. Persons get more brazen because they see other people getting away with these things. Right?
Yeah, and you know, most of the crimes that committed these towards the crimes that committed to the land as well. You notice it's people in the police doing it.
Cold-blooded, bro.
People in government and his money, so-called businessmen committing these crimes to the land as well.
Cold-blooded.
Empire. These people taking the children's life and the father's life. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? And you know, I sit down and I'm listening to these things, right? But you know, I just have to hear from the opposition leader media, yeah?
Well, the opposition leader is out right now on the street with persons protesting about this matter.
I know this was just after listening to it, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm not getting is a solution or even an effective solution. Because the number of that are getting after and the decline by remember they get somebody who's man lack of to for talking.
Yeah.
What it think you see?
A repeated nurse king.
Right. Good. But you need no solution. And if you listen, you tell you what, this situation that happened, the situation that happened there, the one that happened there, and it's a whole line of situation that's happening, but they're getting no solution.
Well, the next step is persons.
What to do? We just start up and everybody else to the children and the husband and the wife that get killed and repeat the same story over and over.
It's a serious time, buddy. Very serious time.
The application of fighting people, or we plan for this, or we plan for we're going to get to a lawyer for carry these people to court, or we're going to get the lawyer go to police by outside the lack of like a property. What is doing?
Real thing.
What is it that you're going to do? You just come up there, repeat after just start sentiment, and then you go for your dime and pay the somebody else to Facebook and you're praising the game. It's spending. It's spending people just putting the spend the start millions. It's spend the start you come you got with children look how much children look how much youth for the last couple of days or months. You understand?
And there's
what is the solution? What is the step?
Real thing.
What would be a step? What would be a step to start to come up in again? We don't make sure this is the last one is episode. You understand me?
Yeah. I know that they could say what they want to say, right? They could say what they want to say. They could say what they want to say. But the thing is this. Under different leadership, this situation was not as rampant. Persons were circumspect in the way that they were dealing with certain matters. So it begs the question, is authority really authority? You understand?
Yes. Yeah, but it's something there's and you know they get people of course for speaking the truth.
It's the truth.
The
truth is the truth. The truth is, it is what it is. Me ain't got sight for to see it. It is right in front of your face.
Exactly, but a lot of people see the best in the sun.
Oh,
it's a good job. What's a good job? Walk around and say the man, just one day. Nobody doesn't do some people. Or even let us have to do something for sure. I think I try it.
Well, listen.
Nobody gonna mess up sacrifice. I don't let them start them sort of starting to pick up a case, or they pick up somebody cases, they have the force to come out the lack of this. You understand me?
Yeah. The thing is crazy because 1 year so far, right since the election and all of these developments, we could see persons of all ethnicities, all walks of life, people, all international people all get hold down in the country for talking about what's going on and exposing certain things. This situation is going from bad to worse, and persons got to wake up and realize if they don't have a unity amongst the persons in the opposition, is more of the same. That's why it's same, buddy. More of the same.
Yeah, and the leader of it even making an attempt to unify the opposition.
That's very important, and a very important point for persons to note.
When the media when the media is not there, sourcing different things. Some people tell me, in a situation like this, you can't get the rest of the opposition to come out of back.
But that's the key right now, and that's what the people got to call for. They can't call and say, oh, you want Mr. Mohammed to come, or you can't call and say, oh, you only want the APNU, or you want a man so that. No, the whole opposition needs to come. Why? Because that's the only way you're going to get some type of significant response for change.
But there's even the people that want Mohammed come. You understand me?
Yeah.
It's a serious situation. He ain't got the sort of thing you do.
No, you don't.
You can't put the other say, well, so with that, let me go there. Let me show you United Front. We not for the right one, and we not agree. But
no, that's
they are not telling that everybody can agree on moving on so, or disagree moving on so that they can't come together.
Persons are playing. If persons in doing something about this in a unified manner, then they're playing political games with the people, regardless of the side that they're on. You understand? It's political games because you can't tell me that a little youth man would just write CXC, but I used to write to school. I used to write to school when I used to go to high school. So there's not no big thing. And look how much years ago is though. You understand, man? So why them little youth man now in a richer country can enjoy them type of privilege? Little youth man supposed to be able to drive to school because the country is that wealthy.
True. But put it on the other side. Even if youth man don't have a license, it doesn't give them the right to that man.
We just heard the Attorney General. We just heard the Attorney General detail the situations that are ticketing offenses and the things that you can, well, he didn't speak on what you could arrest people for, but I'm sure that you could gather that those are things that you should be giving a person a ticket for. And then not just that we're hearing that they don't take a little pay originally, allegedly, from the youth man, so they're looking for more and they're looking for advantage, you know. Listen, it's wickedness beyond, buddy. Wickedness beyond.
And I tell you, these things that are coming, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see them all night. One occasion.
I see video already with them trying to kick people off the bike while they're riding and them type of thing. Yeah. Wickedness, bro.
They will be doing a we hearing and seeing the opposition, but we get to know part of it also. We get to know solution.
Well, I'm hoping that the right thinking members in the opposition will be able to realize was really taking place. Big up yourself though, Samuel. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, man.
Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live. Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Blessing love, my brother. Blessing love to you. Blessing love to your family.
One love, bro.
My brother, how is it going so far, my brother?
Good so far, you know, can't complain, bro. How was you see that game?
I see a team win 4-1.
Yeah, you see what's going on there. All right. All right. Hat trick. Half time. No, you gotta get. Remember now, as a player, right? When you know you're carrying the team, you gotta inspire the team and give other persons a chance, or else they're gonna think you here for all the glory. Remember now in the World Cup, everybody wants a chance, you know, it's not every year, right? So we give another person a chance, hat trick in the halftime. What you got to say about them?
Yeah, the man got one connection, bro.
Lefty. They always do it. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy times, bro. Entertaining times. And upsetting times as well. This situation is really upsetting, bro. I don't think persons realize just how upsetting as a parent when you see these kind of things. You say, what will be country going, eh? A little youth man up on a motorbike. If you check China, you check India, you check Colombia, you check Mexico, you check all of these different regions, you're going to see they get enough people riding bike. They even get bike taxi in some places. Right? So it's not a criminalized type of thing.
Let me tell you something else, though.
Yeah.
Once you own a bike, a car, a bicycle, anything that's moving the is that you get money. And you could always pay the police, my brother.
It's crazy, bro.
The police always see it as an incentive for them. Me not asking you, I'm telling you.
I don't know the run-ins. I don't know.
And everybody know what I'm thinking about.
Yeah. You gotta keep a little spenny on you if you're riding around. You don't know the road. No, you gotta know the road code.
You could send from my brother, just a push, yeah. I want to see the police, and the police stop you. You have to get a small change, my brother. Yeah. This is something going on all the years, my brother.
Yeah. Yep.
You understand?
It's rough, though.
So, you got to remember, those guys are not traffic police, right? Those guys know the area, because if you look in that area, it's almost all by get big bike, big motorbike. And here is some with Mexican.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Them youths just advanced, bro. They're just moving at a faster pace than some. Give them opportunity for live. No, they don't have the right. They don't have the right to live and enjoy the youth, bro.
Again, they don't fight, right? When they do that with that song with a fight. You don't know, bro. Of a crime scene, you don't know if there's a crime scene going about, or you say there's no motorbike shoot out there. And then you know the crime scene, bro.
Yeah, but them muffler and them adjustments is not just bike, though, to be honest with you. The cars could do it too.
Yeah, all them things. But once you have a motorbike and you're a young guy in Guyana, my brother, you have to be a man, or you got to sell it certain illegal stuff to own a motorbike. You see how the man is to find out. Look at the guy is to find it, brother.
Hey, they can't be the reality. That can't be the reality. Yeah.
Yeah, but say one thing.
Yeah.
Samuel, I gotta call him here because you know why? He's always listening for what the opposition wants to say and what solution. What are we doing as a people?
Real thing.
If the opposition is doing nothing, what are we doing as a people? Tomorrow somebody else is going to cry and say, oh God, let me get justice.
Tired of talking about it, bro. Tired of talking and bringing up these headlines and them things. Why can't come on and talk about them using say, hey.
and something happened, and they said, oh, you see, you don't want to hear that they gave us solution. So what is the problem, or how are we going to face the problem? They talk, and they say, well, we have to unite or whatever, but what more is the deal for them to say? Are they saying we come out and shut down the country? Are they saying we come out and everybody gets to come out and...
Well, to be fair, a number of persons on the opposition is calling and saying it's about time that persons come out and make it a situation where they protest for such a number of things.
If the main opposition saying that too, are they going to come out? Do they going to come out? This thing will happen. What are we doing as a citizen?
Powerful point.
We can't wait for the opposition them say, oh, here we come out, and every day we are in, oh, we want justice, we want justice. Somebody might be my child. Somebody might be your child. We still are waiting for justice, and we get to know justice. Once the police force corrupt, so the police force corrupt, my brother, the police force after is going to be corrupt. So I have to get a reform for the straight down to the back of my brother, shit, and create the police force, my brother.
I tell you.
That guy don't get no proper training like before, my brother. I could tell you because I was once there. And in 2007, I come out because they start dropping like flies, and I said I don't want to be run no flies. So, brother, watch it. I won't pray for those things, those days back again. Eh?
Never, bro. Never, yeah. Big up yourself. Thanks for calling in. Listen, persons are definitely voicing their opinion about a number of things that's going on as it relates to this most recent headline that definitely got parents, young people, just right-thinking citizens all over the world saying what is really going on in the country, man. You know, every couple days you could hear a situation similar to this. Do we hear some of the insights coming from the family themselves, highlighting certain details about what really going on?
Just like that, you hear what? Seeing everybody left stunted. We can bring it back. Nothing. We just need right now justice, we can bring it back, and nothing. Just the justice we needing. Them thing this got to stop with them police officers. Right. Justice for me can get back my son. That's number one. Understand? And then police officers overdo this thing here. This me got to get right now what me do. Me not go see this thing just and the officer walk a road and so. You understand? I mean, I got to get real justice. I got to get jail out of there. You understand? But how much people pick me more, you go kill. Huh? How much people more pick me, you go kill. Huh? You want you a police officer, though, you can do anything what you want. And when you attack for your rights, you get in jail. Oh man, let me be honest and serious in this country. First time, the police officer, the same police officer, but holy or at one time already. Alright. Put take out the bike and so. And you know, like a police officer, oh why, you know the poor picnic, na get license. Why you run the bike and kill the bike no? Yeah, they must say so far they go look after the matter and so they go come by me just now there and see how are we living. And how my son be there. You understand? You mind up for smile, you give them everything, and just like that you hear what seeing everybody left stunted. We can bring it back, nothing. We just need right now justice, we can bring it back, and nothing. Just the justice we needing. Them thing this got to stop with them police officers. Right. Justice for me can get.
I heard that the police, when they hit him, they leave and they come out and peep him. They leave, they go at the station, they come back with the next vehicle and they pick you up and throw you in the vehicle. Like some dead dog or some dead animal, like you get life no more. When they finish it and drop you off.
Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
Greetings, over. Bless you.
What's going on, okay?
And all the viewers and all the listeners. Bless up Friday. We will go on right here. is, you see the police, what they did was correct. But my mother always tell me so, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you see trouble, run and let it. When if you get yourself in a disaster state and you want to go face it, then you're wrong. Now, you know the problem you have in the police. You can't do it, right? But the police they know you not know like. You know you're turning out no like for right now.
Yeah.
You know what the DOD and the police over this right without right.
Yeah.
As a parent, you're supposed to lock that down, bro. Your lifelong but the careless with him. The careless, none of them might talk to me today. I get used, bro. But 6 of them plus 2 adopted ones make it 8. Bro, and I teach them and I guide them from the wrong, away from the wrong and showing them the right. And I show them, if you know this is tough, and this is the consequences you're going to pay for doing that, then if you want to go do it, you got to face it yourself. But if you don't want to face it, then you step away and let it. You know you don't have a license as a youth. You as a father, bro, know your son don't have a license. You still get you riding out there with a bike. And you know the police and this back, your son having a problem with his bike. After a while, your man put it on a thing where like, yo, next time you get you done. It's kind of you there, bro. Next time they catch you done, they're going to deal with you that they don't got to deal back with you next time. Yes, that's it. You ain't after speaking the truth. You as a part, you know what I'm saying? Know you're the wrong that your son going riding a bike without a license for the bike. And you just loud. No, you wouldn't park when you're crying. So, many chances your son has. Many chances you have. And things. So stop your son and say, bro, park the bike up or I just sell the bike because you have no license. Either go get your license and ride the bike.
Yeah, but the provisional license, because I talking from my own experience riding bike from when I young, you understand me? I just God who's gonna pay your money about it.
Yes. You understand?
Right? So and he's of age, if he's 16, then he's of age where he could have it. But you see the same thing, we're going back to the point that the Attorney General would have made again, right? The pursuit ain't even supposed to happen in that manner in the first place.
I got laugh. Need to listen to what you say. Guys just like that man don't listen to what you say.
Listen, you gotta laugh when you hear he's saying it, right? But when you think about it, we know that there's not the protocol that there is taking GP. Look how much years them man sending you over by the station for years. I think it does be now me realizing them man rowing me out all the time. Yeah, telling you.
Listen, I had a conversation today about this thing with that general. With me and my boy. They said, bro, Guyanese don't learn. They don't learn. Everything the Attorney General come is in the book. But the protocol of following those things is not going to follow. And there's no accountability when these police go against the book. Who's going to hold them accountable? The head of the police, the head, Mr. Higgins, or whatever. They don't know what move car. Can you just get their pay, they put it up and pull a position that
the way that I see it, the pursuit we're going on there is completely wrong. There's problems. You shouldn't first thing. And all you need to give a person a ticket is the plates.
Some man tired of what? Give you how much time for these guys and use the bike, and you got like. I tell you, police don't make up decision in a test when they know when they make the decision to deal with you.
Yeah.
And they care what happens to you when it's done.
Yeah.
There's no accountability.
But watch this.
Do it when it's
Watch this say though. The police at the end of the day, if we're living in a law-abiding society and a no lawless place, because you can go and do certain things against the law and don't have to face the brunt of the law. So if a police is going to go about, right? And this is not more than a week after we hearing it from the Attorney General. It is corroding the authority that is vested in that person, and it is corroding the authority in the force itself, because persons are going to start to take things into their own hands. How much more innocent blood do you think people is going to watch and see go down like this? Yeah.
Everybody want to be a model for themselves. They got the gun they have, is to shoot and kill their own self, each other.
Wickedness.
Nobody picking up no gun like that anymore against the police, bro. Let me get soldiers and G like that. They rather kill each other because they know if I catch them out
and the thing is this, let me point this out while we even on this, because I don't want persons to think that somehow I advocating for persons to somehow do jungle justice. No, what I'm saying is when you corrode authority, when persons are not getting any justice, imagine you son just done right CX and you hear somebody, ram you into a post because they're driving you down for license. When you could easily pay the fine. He's a minor. You ain't even supposed to be running you down for none. Oh, you pick up the plate? Good. The parent got paid because guess was a minor, the bike registered a minor, even though you got a license. The ticket come to you, you pay it as a parent. That's how societies go. Why is it so complicated? Why we gotta hear about a person losing their life for riding a motorbike without a license? What type of, you know what I mean? Buddy, the thing is this. You see,
and this
yeah.
Guyanese gotta understand. They cannot listen to the crap the Attorney General is saying and this and right. When you don't talk from Ghanaian and China, the other face them criminal police out there.
Yeah.
Them don't have no sympathy for you.
Yeah.
Because they don't know what you're saying is just to make you feel comfortable and feel you have to do a bunch of something to get and just get a ticket. No, it's not gonna work. I said it 20 years is the life. And I said it. I said this day don't get like he's gonna learn. He's gonna learn.
Brother, it's becoming real crazy.
You remember what this program, now what they say, I want to see what they're doing. And I don't know what they said, it's a bunch of here. And once they say it just blow and gone away, go where they end up. The action is different than the word that they say. Action is louder than words.
It's crazy.
The Guyanese still believe in what these people say, them are the fool. Not these people. The BBC government is not imposing the Guyanese people who listening and buying everything and saying, bro, you know this thing go. Just abide by the law. Abide by the law. So all these men, the Attorney General and these kids and them, if they run into these guys, they're gonna get a free pass. They could knock you down, break up your leg, and they're not even gonna get jail time. But if you do that to somebody, you're going to see a jail time. You got to pull your pants up, bro.
Yeah.
What do you think they're doing in America for long? What do you think they live okay? And I get people come after me in America. People going after me. They're 6 feet down because why? They feel they got a full point. Why is that used to not? They say, stop, I stupid. They make my white feet cut and doing nothing. It's a sleep cut, nigga.
Hey, hold on. People still doing them, people still fighting over people scuffing shoes and them thing in 2026. Oh. Yeah. Them thing flat, bro. Because what? Yeah, that's flat. Yeah. Strong. And you're not to go and do no jail time and them thing. Yeah, makes sense.
Why you stop me? Give me a reason. Yo, when the police stop me, I put up and say, what's up, officer? Everything, blah, 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 blah. I get back and release some about my business.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
I
man.
did this for the resident. I did this for my life. And I like to be free. Now, I don't want freedom because I can't be free of freedom. Don't make no sense.
Powerful point. Big up yourself,
I
King.
hear this sense.
One love. And you see this, big up yourself, Rasta Empress. Thanks for dropping this insightful commentary into the comment section. Listen, this comment right here, where Rasta Empress dropped on the screen, is what is called a double entendre. Because it's giving a multi-layered conversation to what we're talking about right here. They were traveling. Everyone traveling. Right? You said, good Delta9 Media, and everyone is traveling. Persons are allowed to travel without needing to be licensed to commute on a roadway. They're allowed to travel. They're not doing any form of commerce for which they should be licensed to do so. When you study the straw man, and I can drop it on the screen because it's been a couple of videos since I dropped this information on the screen, you know. Right? Boom. When you study the straw man, let me pull this comment off the screen. Big up yourself, Rasta Empress, and thanks for dropping insights like this into the comment section, right? Now, when you study the information on the straw man, you're going to see what I'm referring to right there. Let me take this banner off so that you can get the bottom barcode on Gnosticism as well, right? When you check it out for yourself, you're going to understand how insightful that comment right there. Big up yourself again to all the moderators and everyone who dropped insightful commentary like that into the comment section, right? The barcode is up on the screen. Check it out for yourself. You're going to understand the layers that's coming in right there. Because persons are allowed to travel without needing a license. They're not doing any commerce, right? And at the same time, I could definitely see with what the caller was saying, you know, sometimes prevention, you stay away from certain situations. But as a little youth man, buddy, you're glad that you could get your bike and you're riding out. Me, I can joke from I come home, I freshen up. Bike done clean, bike stay clean. I got my armor, all everything. Dining. And I God up and down. Right? I got my provisional. Because it's, well, I think it's 15 or 16, you could go and get it. Right there on Smite Street, you go, you pay your money, you get a little blue book. You know? And the Attorney General point out already. Right? And let me add this to the stage so persons can see what's really going on with the poll right now. Do you think police respect the AG given their recent behavior? 71% is saying no. 29% is saying yes. What are your views, Delta9 travelers? Be a part of the poll that is up on the channel right now. What do you think? Persons respect the AG. Just yesterday, the AG come, not yesterday, Monday or Tuesday, he come on and he had a conversation presenting on these matters saying, hey, these is ticketed offenses. I is the person that gonna have to represent y'all. Don't go around the place doing these type of thing or else. Next thing you know, boom. Couple days after, the man doing all of this and more. You think that they respect the AG or they respect authority? Drop it into the comment section. Call it in. Be a part of the poll. Let's hear some more from the family members right now.
The hospital, then they didn't wait back for no relative come or nothing. I just got there and meet my son lifeless, motionless on the bed, not moving. His foot broke, his neck broke. There was blood on his head everywhere. There was injury on his ears and the back. My son done dead and gone. We can't get back my son. For them police, they get money, they cover up everything. We want justice for my son. No, we want justice. Them kill him. Because he ain't license and kill her.
You know, is it you got one youth, man? Hmm? One son you got. Hmm? And this is how you got to deal with them being unalive because of a... Listen, I don't know the exact price right now for a provisional, but somebody could probably drop it into the comment section. Back in the days, I think it used to be $500 or $1,000, something like that. We hearing from other places that the don't take pay one time. What's going on? They don't respect no authority. They could just do things like this. You know?
Me lost my son. Them go find a job. Them get them family. Me no get me son. Not me only one son me get. Who go bring it back and give me? No money can bring in a God can bring in nobody can bring it back and give me. They go to jail, even go to jail. He's 16, next month will be birthday. And he was a cool child, loving, caring. Never had no problem with him, no complaint. It is very hard. It is hard on me. It's real hard. Me gotta still live because me get 2 children to live for it. He was coming from that way, from 77, the same street where this incident happened. He was coming, but after like he see the police chasing him, and he know that he didn't get a license for the bike, because I always talk to you, don't ride without helmet, and I know you don't get a license and ride with the police catch you and go take with the bike. And me go end.
You hear what the mother highlighting? The mother highlighting that they're doing the same thing. Listen, the things that they is doing is completely contrary to the law. The Attorney General is saying, don't take people things, write a ticket, don't arrest nobody. But persons highlighting that is a completely different situation when the guy interact with him.
More problem. All them by they were talk the truth, who went and see on the same street that what transpired there. They get them in the lockup. You tell me if that is fair. You cannot tell fair, right?
Your minor for small, you give them everything, and just like that you hear what seeing, everybody left stunted. And we can bring you back nothing. And we just need right now justice, and we can bring you back and nothing. Just the justice are we needing. Them think this
we there chillax, you don't know. Officer Judge, make sure you conduct this investigation properly, right, sir? And take it easy. Five car loaded with police. You see the 4 walk come off back there? And this one here, so again, 5 car load police come at this location here right now. Yeah, buddy, you don't know. Yeah. Plus, the commander for Region 6, he gave authority last night for lock up the 2 witnesses them and put them on $20,000 bail. So you could see they starting the investigation. It's right one at the back that they start chase a youth man for ride out on the main road. And they ram the man into the lantern post. Right now, where the stop there is by the stop by the witness them there right now.
Right, as a collective. But it doesn't make sense that we pull in one side, you pulling one side, and then whatever is happening in between, it is not good or healthy for a community, for a region, or Guyana. We love peaceful environment. We don't want any disturbance, and that is what we practice throughout. All right. There are issues, however, police do misconduct with themselves. We're not saying that they're right or wrong. We don't know at this time who is right and who is wrong. We don't know. We don't want to speculate. We don't want to put blame on someone. If the police is wrong, all right, they will feel the brunt of that like any other who would have done the wrong thing against a member of the community. All right.
100% wild-crafted CMOS. Only the best, because you deserve nothing less. 8 Butterfly.
So, in a sense, I'm thankful that you come into right? That we look, as I mentioned on the earlier, that we are looking forward for your support, your loved one's support, and every other person's who may witness or know what went wrong to come forward. You as a mom, right? You can help us in this aspect. Isn't anyone else? I don't know. If there is, then let it come forward also, and let it help us in doing it. And after, like I said, after whatever happens, all right, if you're not satisfied, well, then you have another level.
Are calling for persons to come forward, but when people come forward, the same people them allegedly ending up incarcerated because they come forward. That's gonna make persons don't want, just making sure that we bring our way, right?
The commissioner, I'm not fair. I would make the representation. Commissioner relatively saying that this is what happened. They want to. Right? There's a system. There's a step-by-step approach. Doesn't make sense that you jump high now, right? You do all whatever it is, and then at the bottom of it, when we do get to it, it is not like what they do out there. It is like a level, right? Like I said, I don't know what happened. We don't know what transpired. Who was there? They have to give up.
This list of offenses. And any police officer who, instead of issuing a ticket for any of these offenses, detains any person or detains their property, their motor vehicle, that policeman is liable to be sued. He can also be charged. He can be sued for false imprisonment, wrongful arrest. He can be sued for constitutional breaches of a person's liberty. He can be sued for detention of property and a whole host of civil wrongs and constitutional violations. And as Attorney General, when these things happen, I am not going, anyhow. I have to defend the police when these things happen. And some measures will have to be taken in relation to the policemen and women who are violating the law in such a callous manner.
Part of it is that he put in for join the police force, and it's the same police killing.
My name is Marceline King, the grandmother of Altaf King. I died. Yesterday I was sitting here And I was selling at the stand here. And then he was out there gaffing with his friend. And he came in the yard and then he left. When he left, I said, hey, boy, you cut up your hair, you're looking nice, we're going by the girl. And he smiled and went out the yard. Shortly after that, I started feeling cold, so I asked, I tell Auntie that, I said, girl, you feeling cold? She said, no. I said, well, I'm going to go. This around about 6 o'clock. And I left and I closed up and I go upstairs. While going upstairs now, I go to the washroom. And my husband come and say, Marcy, don't panic. Sit down, relax. Your grandson just dead, police killed him. You know, and I left freeze. And that was it. But I didn't believe because he just left. Right? And then the boy come back again and say, yes, it's truth. If I want to go and see, I say, I can't go and see them now. My eyes the pressure case. And I sit down and I cry and so, okay. The cousins that come and they came, they say, you want to go to the hospital? I say, yes. When I go to the hospital, they take me to the mortuary and see Altaf lying on all the head, the shape blood. And that was it. Altaf never trouble nobody. Everybody know Altaf as a good child. He's so quiet that even if he talk, it got to ask again what you say. He don't trouble nobody. He would sit down all in school. Everybody know Altaf. Don't trouble nobody. He's such a quiet child. Anything you could ask him for do, he do. He's so peaceful. Why they had to kill him? Even if Altaf don't have license for a motorbike, they're not supposed to chase him in like that. Huh? The boys them that see the boys said they hit him from the back and he fly into the lantern post. And when they finish, they drive around the Jukestone and then go back and see, make sure he dead. And then they dip you like a dog and throw you in the police truck. Why they do that? They could have come to me as a grandmother and say, well, your grandson needed at the station. I would have taken him there. They don't have to kill him. Just for a license, you're going to kill him, man? Oh. Eh? He was a child. You could have tell him, I'll have come run because of me, run because of. He just be very helpful.
Crazy developments, I'm telling you. And we got to highlight it. We got to make sure that we keep things like this on the front burner. Because these are the headlines. These are the aspects of what's going on with this story right here. That they would love to sweep under the rug. Why? Allegedly, the witnesses are in custody. Why are we seeing similar situations like what went down with Adriana? Why? Why are we seeing another Norris King situation? They're just trying to assist with what's going on. So why now they are in custody and we hearing nothing about the people that was driving the vehicle, the officers that was in that vehicle? How come they're not on administrative leave or even in custody? By now, allegedly. We want to know. Because every time when these situations occur, it's always some type of jiggery pokery with the investigation and some type of foolery, you know. A whole lot of tomfoolery be going on. Maybe hear some more details coming in from the family members. And again, our condolences to the family members and all the loved ones affected by this. And rising power to our everlasting energy.
He don't trouble people. He's a buy a few words. He don't really talk much. And you ask all the neighbors, you ask people around me. Sometimes I'll have up there, they don't even know if he's up there if I don't call him. It is so hard, and I need justice for my grandchild. Look, if Altaf was a bad man, he used to trouble people thing and trouble people, I would have said, well, okay. Right? Or if he do something bad, You know, I even if we meet up with an accident, I would accept. Well, then I already meet with the accident is there, but you can't kill my child. It's a murder. It's murder. That is murder to kill my grandchild, man. It's not fair. I need justice. Not fair. It's very hurtful. Really hurtful.
The motorcycle was his own.
Yes, was his own. He worked hard and by it he gonna do miss
I'm
work.
telling
He
you.
left school because he wasn't saying able to study because he ain't learning nothing and he gonna start walking. A little walk he do cement. The last walk he do was the cement walk. He was to go today and walk.
Working youth, you know. Working. Say, hey, I gonna go out and do what I got to do to take care of myself. See what I can make of my life. Where's the protection for the youths, buddy? Now, persons talking about this over and over again. We're hearing from the family members. Now, a number of persons as well, high-ranking persons in the political arena, persons in law enforcement as well, have been highlighting a number of details about this headline. And we're going to update you with some of them right here in this live presentation. Listen, there's so much going on. So much going on with this. Let's hear some more details coming in right now on this.
Excuse for him on a motorcycle being unlicensed. But equally, there is no excuse for the police to operate in the manner they did. Equally, there is no excuse for the police to be running down the young man in such a manner to the point where they, based on what was said by the people, hit the motorcycle, causing the rider to lose control. There could have been better means of apprehension. There could have been better means of arresting. There could have been better means of dealing with it that would not have caused the loss of a life. And you know, I have said time and again, and I will repeat it on your program, that we have a failed commissioner of police.
Yeah.
You know, if we had a commissioner of police that treated situations where police officers operate in such a rogue manner and he takes control of the force, because everything rises and falls on leadership. And if he takes control of his force, then we would not have had such a situation. And I must repeat the names: the Henry Boys, Harish Singh, or in Boston, Quindon Bacchus, Keon Fajini, and now Altaf King. All of this happened basically under the watchful eyes of Clifton Hickin. And it is so hurtful that the Minister of Tint, Onej Warren, who happens to have ministerial authority over the Guyana police force also, related a statement that basically captured what the police narrated to her.
That is crazy. Mohammed is saying this a corruption of the Minister of Police, the new laws they do in a way in Guyana. This is real thing. Thanks for tuning in and dropping those insights, Mohammed. Is a number of things that persons are analyzing about this situation. Persons are looking at it and saying, listen, this right here, is the M word. And it's very wicked persons that would perpetrate something like this. It's crazy. Tallulah, thanks for tuning in. Tallulah is saying he only talking because he has a mouth. Every day Guyanese rights are being violated in Guyana and nothing is being done about it. The president will promise not to leave any stones unturned. Well, listen, if we hear the promise right there, we don't know what's to come. Let's hope that we don't hear that in relations to this young child, because guess what? Too often we hear about no stone unturned. We want to make sure we hear justice served, persons in custody, especially the people them who was in the vehicle and other persons that might have had any role for play with what's going on right now. It's about time, because if they don't hold certain persons accountable, mark what I'm telling you right here, right now. People gonna feel brazen and bold, and they're gonna figure out a new or an improved manner of doing the same thing over and over again, right? Big up yourself, Tallulah, and thanks for being a moderator and a frequent traveler right here on Delta9 Media. There's a number of headlines that we would have definitely gotten into right here on this live. A number of aspects to these very important and trending details. All the eyewitness them is locked up. Right, Ashmini? We really gotta think about this, you know. So, because you're now ready to present information that can lead to some amount of justice in this case, you gotta get locked up too. You gotta find bail money. And you know, as long as they got you like that, a lot of persons now are gonna be afraid to take part in anything else that might proceed in this case. Big up yourself, Stanley. Stanley is saying that's exactly what you're going to hear. It's crazy. Ashmini is saying the AG should be ashamed. After 30 years, he is now speaking this. I tell you. After 30 years, persons still are not finding respect for the words of the Attorney General as far as I could see. Because I cannot see that you was a regular squaddy moving around and the Attorney General would have spoken on certain things. People all over the globe covering the information and could analyze what the Attorney General just said. Realize it's a big headline. It's trending all over social media. And you still gonna pick up your vehicle when you go in, when you punch in to go and serve and protect, and you go on and do something like that. Make it make sense. The only thing is, it could be is you ain't got no respect for authority, you have no respect for life, or you just see everything and everybody that's a part of what you're doing just as corrupt as you. And I don't think that every officer is corrupt. So we're looking for the right thinking ones to make sure that these persons that is doing these kind of things end up facing the law body and they are dealt with in a real manner so that other persons would be deterred from doing things like this. Let's hope that that's what we see. Hope, a very, very big word in this, because we are already here. The witness them getting locked up. So from you start hearing them thing there, it's crazy. Hysen is saying this. These behaviors start from the top. Is bare arrogance. Yeah. And you wonder what sense it really makes. What sense this makes? This situation is so senseless. You know? I'm saying the life of the person that was taken is senseless and is useless, and that's not the point that I'm making. I'm saying when you're trying to wrap your brain around a life and the opportunity cost, which is life, in comparison to a license, in comparison to a little bribe that you can get from a person that just doing the little 9 to 5 as a little youth man. This is how you want to survive, buddy. That makes sense. Before you put the right persons in these positions so that the country could really have access to the wealth that's going in and out of the place, millions and millions of barrels every day. Before we put the right people in these positions of authority so that things like this can go down, think about it and ask yourself this. When President Granger was in power, was it a situation where the police and persons in law enforcement were willing to do things like this, and things like these were as rampant as they are now? Or persons were a bit more circumspect with the way that they were dealing with the public as it relates to law enforcement? And if that's the case, we gotta ask ourselves, if we're dealing with democracy and we're dealing with progress, why it seems like if we're going backwards on certain issues. Maybe the persons that are in these positions of power, they might not be rightly suited for what's going on right here. We gotta call a spade, because as we see, it don't got nothing to do with your ethnicity. It don't got nothing to do with your walk of life. Well, sometimes it do, but we can see that, listen, a lot of persons from different walk of life dealing with this situation, right? Because look, the big man come all the way from the US and he get locked down in GT for more than a month because he spoke against what's going on with the licenses for firearms. Let me not forget about that. A businessman. A number of businessmen came and had problems in the country with alleged corruption and all kind of thing. Then you had regular laborers coming all the way, indentured coming all the way from India and dealing with problems. Not to mention other things that we would have highlighted right here on Delta9 Media already. You heard it from the family members themselves, Delta9 travelers. This is now we making up headlines and trying to showcase this and make the country look like that. We are just highlighting the headlines, right? That's all we highlighting, the headlines, the things that are trending right now. And this is one of them. This is one of the things that persons are highlighting. Listen, international headlines and local headlines as well. What about local headlines with international players? Let's get into some of this right here.
Opportunity, not just to see Georgetown, but to go into the jungle, as it were, and to see the lovely Kaitour. Forgive me for changing the name of the phone. To see the lovely Kaitour Falls. It was spectacular, spectacular. I did it in my suit, no less, but it was, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and my team had a wonderful time. And your Minister of Tourism was an excellent tour guide. So, but I'm happy I visited. Today we signed various MOUs, but that should not be interpreted as the entirety of the engagement. Those are just what we could formalize within the time. The breadth of our exchanges and the potential of our collaboration and cooperation is extensive. We've discussed energy, as you have seen, security, tourism, financial services, agriculture, housing, all kinds of things we have discussed, including regional and diplomatic issues. And it is clear that Jamaica and Guyana are very much aligned, and we have a similar outlook on the world, similar understanding of the changing dynamics and the new nature of global politics. But we also share a very positive outlook on our economic prospects. We are both very prospecting in terms of our leadership, always looking for opportunities and seeing where we can make the most out of the resources that we have. And we particularly share a focus on the efficiency of our public sector. And I particularly admire your president in that regard, as he has made several changes in your administration.
I'm telling you, just some brief sentiments coming from a meeting of sorts between the leaders of Jamaica and Guyana, right? The Prime Minister calling the President his brother. And we like to see this type of camaraderie between leaders, right? Where certain transactions can go down that can benefit us internationally and globally as a people. So definitely welcome, big up to the leaders and everybody that was a part of the team that made this possible. And let's hope that it's a fruitful venture and there's a lot of benefit that comes from this. Greetings, you're on to Delta9 Media Live.
So, something that is new with the Jamaican Prime Minister in Guyana, right? Signing this energy bill, right?
Yeah.
So, Guyana keep talking about this energy provided to this country, right?
Yeah.
And every time you talk about it with whoever, where these people go and visit? Where these leaders go and visit? Like so far, right? What is that like so far really? That they gotta take these people, make sure they see what's there. Remember, boy, I'm saying no. Electricity could provide 2 by side so far.
Yeah.
I wonder what they have there that they could dig up and present to these people to create these energies.
Well, it might just be a situation where, remember, is the largest single drop falls in the world, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Right.
So that being the case, that's probably one of the only things you could show somebody from Jamaica besides black water.
Remember,
that they might not be impressed by.
Me, I just think out the back. That's why I just think out the back.
Yeah.
This thing is not just to carry and show. It's something they could extract from the place, you know. It's something like that uranium, which creates electricity used to produce power.
So you saying they might go with earth and stuff like that around there, that, you know.
Right there, bro.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay.
Bro, you gotta watch the move. A country that don't have proper electricity provides to them people, but offering these energy to these countries, and these countries come and look. Can you guys see me? You're gonna what you have to sell?
Yeah.
You don't buy taking a bath.
Yeah.
You understand me? You
Real
don't buy
thing.
taking a bath.
Real thing.
So why we sit down here thinking about what energy? These guys don't discover where the thing coming from, bro. It's right there, right there, right there. You know how powerful is that? So tell me what make that move like that. What deals that make it move like that? Nature, you know, resources. You understand me?
Yeah.
Something there, bro. I tell you today, I tell you now, you know. You can tell you, if you tell you, I'll say something like that.
Yeah,
it's
boy.
something right there.
We can hear about them.
Fight of the energy, bro.
We can hear about it because guess what? They can't extract it all. Somebody can get a video. Somebody can put out something. Somebody can expose some part of what's taking place.
Because these guys up on a
stage and talk about energy to the United States to this now Jamaican, they can provide energy to this body and this and that.
And still black out.
In that time in the country, that time to pull up on it. Try to have a resource like that. Just like you have the oil drilling out for the cure. You need to try to build an energy thing where you could provide like, or build a way you call it, a thing where you save oil in case of anything. If like no backup,
reserve.
Just everything has gone out of the country.
Yeah. And I think that's you see, but there's another conversation we done analyzed and said, but wait, if we do decide to do a refinery, we gotta make sure that we put in some person in place that's not gonna charge we 5 times the price for one refinery, and then we gotta repair the refinery 2 years from then. You know?
Bro, listen to me. You know how smart Boredom was. Boredom sent a lot of people to study engineer and tech and all these things outside, you know. Some of them, majority of them never returned to Guyana. Right now, the PPP government get the power to bring engineers that Guyanese that out here today that know certain thing like myself. You understand? To build certain thing in Guyana. You understand me? You just got to call on your people them and make it affordable for them to come there and do what you gotta do, and when it's done, they come back to wherever they went. England, Canada, America. You understand? It's easy, bro. You got to depend. You see, one thing the Chinese do, the Chinese send them to study out there, go back to China, put whatever they learn in China with what they learn and build what they got built in China, bro. You understand me?
Yeah. You can't blame them.
Yeah, but you think that's how the Chinese does it, the Russians does it, everybody does it. They send people.
Well, listen to this.
They send people to China.
I stand up here upon this live and we talking about the fact that as a little youth man coming up in GT, right? Something like this could happen to you and nothing wouldn't come out of it. Now, there's the respect that they got for what we are defining as a Guyanese up and coming. And that's the problem right there that we got to deal with. Duh. Because until we deal with the problem there, everything is going to be connected to that same hinge right there. Persons don't respect the lives of Guyanese people. And we got to have respect for one another and one another's life. We can't look at it as a race thing. We can't look at it as always Indian people, always black people, always this, always Apple. No. As long as you violate and you go against certain protocols, you're supposed to be apprehended. That's what makes the US the US. Things just get under the rug, don't get me wrong. Nothing in perfect, but certain things just don't happen like that. You feel this? Man, come on, let's be real. Something would have to come out of this. Yeah. Yeah, man. Big up yourself, King. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you, sir.
One love to all the persons who take time out to call in and to drop their insights in the comment section as well. Big up yourself, Stanley. Thanks for being a frequent traveler over here. Stanley saying, Delta9, look at the matter with the guy over the river where it was alleged that the girls were at a house and Mr. Gentle was calling for help. What happened? They lock you up. I remember seeing the situation, and Jermaine is out there highlighting, indeed, showing the house, highlighting what's going on, and saying that he hopes that some amount of justice is definitely dealt in the case. Now, we don't forget, right, Stanley? Don't forget what Devin Singh would have came out and exposed about what's going on in a number of these big hotels and other places around the country. and a lot of officials, a lot of big boy coming in and doing all kind of thing with a lot of persons, allegedly. I don't even want to get into some of the details here because of the platform. But the information is out there. So it's messed up what I do to Jermaine. Right? It's crazy that he's highlighting what's going on with him, with allegedly with the young girls then. At the property, therefore, you know, some big boy, they know and they make a call and he end up in the problem. And too often we're seeing things like this. Big up yourself, Stanley, and thanks for bringing this headline up so that we could definitely highlight, you know, another aspect of what's going on when it comes down to oppression and victimization, another Norris King situation, right? And we hear the family talking about it as well in this live presentation that we would have just done. Big up to all the travelers right now that are live with us. The flight has landed, Delta9 travelers. The flight has landed right here on Delta9 Media for this special Friday presentation. International headlines. Definitely got into all, well, not all, some, because we still got a number of updates. We didn't get through all the videos and updates that we have to share with you. But guess what? We would have already consumed more than 2 hours and 15 minutes live with you right here. Time flies when we're dealing with all of these very important and trending details, right? Thanks for tuning in and for being a part of this live presentation. If you're subscribed yet, buddy, hit the subscription button. It don't cost you nothing to subscribe. Plus, guess what? There's a free way how you can support this platform and help to advocate and share this information with a lot of persons all over the globe. Just make sure that you thumbs up the live and share the live as well. Thumbs up and share, don't cost you nothing, but it will help other persons to have access to all of these details about what's going on with Altaf and every other person that was highlighted in this, right? A number of different details was presented by the family, and persons all over the globe will get a chance to be updated. They get a chance to see what went down with the protests and everything else. Thanks for tuning in, and if you're not subscribed, I'm asking yet again that you consider doing so. We are on the journey to a very, very important milestone, and we would appreciate you being a part of the team. Stanley, we're going on. Stanley saying I always support the PPP. See, but it leaves me to wonder. I'm telling you, it's leaving a lot of people to wonder what's really going on. One love, Delta9 travelers, and I will catch you in the next one. Look out for all the pre-recorded uploads as we get into the weekend. And definitely stay safe. I'll catch you in the next video.